When we think about success or life progression, we often think of the image of a mountain. This has been pushed around frequently. That climb to the top, and at the top, there are all sorts of things that we want. It's that picture-perfect life that we desired, whether that's success, fame, glory, true love, family, cars, houses. It can be anything. It comes in a number of different forms depending on who the person is. And when we're born, we start at the bottom of the mountain. We come out of nothing. We're naked. We know nothing of the world. We only have our basic instincts, nothing more. And as we grow as children, we start to learn the basics of life. We start to kind of figure out what it is that we want, or more so to speak, what we should want. And we often choose a life route that is practical. Not necessarily something we want, but what's practical. So we pick a job for college. We decide we want a house or to live in a certain place, and we take a practical life route. And at the top of this mountain is our practical goals, which might be the manager at our corporation, get some recognition, have a family, own a nice upper-class home, drive a new car, whatever it may be, and it's at the top of that mountain. So we come out and we start to climb. We get that first job, we graduate college, we get married. But there's one little thing that no one really quite told us. One thing we never really fully realized during this climb, which is the mountain is sinking. As we progress, the mountain is slowly sinking back into the earth from which it came, just as we are sinking back into the earth from which we came. Now as time goes by, we continue to climb the mountain, and the mountain continues to sink. Now we're a little further up the mountain. We've maybe had a child, got a promotion at work, maybe we've gotten some recognition. And we think, wow, we're getting closer to the top of that mountain. So we climb further, further, and the mountain below us sinks further and further. So one day, we're at the top of the mountain, and it appears that we have everything that we thought we wanted, along with our practical life goals. And before we've even had time to enjoy it, the mountain sinks back into the earth from which it came, taking us along with it, back into the earth from which we've come from. And you might ask yourself, why did I climb that mountain if it was just going to sink back into the earth by the time I had everything I thought I wanted? Why did I grind all the way to the top of that mountain? Why did I claw my way up there? Through all the stress, through all the pain, through all the issues. Why did I do that? Why did I grind so hard up that mountain? When the real question is, why did you grind at all? Why did you choose a practical life? Why did you choose practical goals when you knew, deep down, inherently, by the time you got to the top of that mountain, you were going to sink back into the ground with it. And your life was going to be over before you even had the chance to enjoy what you thought you wanted. Why didn't you take bigger risks if you knew you were going to sink back into the earth? Why didn't you do what you really wanted to do? Why did you follow practical life plans when you knew it was all just going to fade back away? That's the real question. If you know that your progression through life up that mountain is futile in the essence that it is going to sink back into the earth with you on it, why are you doing something you don't want to do to get to the top of that mountain? Now this is just a short analogy, but it will help you realize that what's going to happen at the end of the day is you're going to come from which you came despite what you do. So why don't you take bigger risks? Why don't you do what you really want to do? That is the question that you should be asking yourself. Now, if you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, comments, whatever. We'll be posting more videos on this soon.